Thank you for joining us for this month's Human Rights Heroes podcast. I am Cody, a Senior Foreign Affairs Officer at the U.S. Department of State's Bureau of Democracy, Human Rights, and Labor, and I work on the International Disability Rights team. Today I am pleased to welcome Ahmad Khairallah from Saudi Arabia. In today's episode, we will chat about the Sport for Community Exchange Program, which has brought 16 emerging sport leaders from 15 countries together to learn from each other and also their U.S. counterparts on disability sports. I'm really pleased as a longtime proponent of disability sports to have you share what's happening in Saudi Arabia. I'd like to start by asking you about your own personal experience. How did you first get involved in sports, Ahmed?
Hello, Anne. Hello, everyone. Actually, I joined the Saudi Paralympic Committee from 2 to 3 years now as a volunteer. I'm working as their web admin, also their social media admin. I'm taking care of the technical stuff with the Saudi Paralympic Committee. So being in a wheelchair and seeing all these magnificent athletes who practicing sports every day on the court, it was something happy to my heart. I feel happiness when I saw them. I'm seeing all the challenges they are going through, all the excitement they are getting. So I'm wishing if I can provide more, and I'm willing to do.
That's great. I can see your passion for this work.
Thank you.
I'd like to ask you a little bit about Saudi Arabia. Has there been a turning point or an event that has significantly advanced sport for people with disabilities?
Actually, now that's what we are trying to do in the Saudi Paralympic Committee. With our Paralympic Committee, we have a Special Olympic division. And also, we try to start like a national league or national tournaments. All kind of sports can be done in one place. Now we have done it in 15 centers around Saudi Arabia with almost 500 athletes who are participating in sports. But we are eager to increase this number to more and more. Especially we have a lot of disabled persons in Saudi Arabia, and we want to make them all participate in sports if they wish.
So how important is it to get the community involved and in supporting sport for people with disabilities?
Of course, by awareness, by spreading the word about there is a sports for their disabled children in the community. The families should know there is a sports their children can be active through. They have to believe in their children and their sons and their daughters that they can participate in sports, they can be champions, or they can play sports only for fun. Not always playing sports is about having tournaments or having trophies or having golden medals. It can be for fun and for their health, of course.
Yes. Parents are really the key to getting young people involved. Do you see a link between the inclusion of persons with disabilities and other traditionally marginalized groups?
Actually, people with disability got a lot of passion in Saudi Arabia. This is the fact. We have been totally supported by the people, on the local sphere, but also the government also tried to support. But what I'm thinking about, it's not only passion or compassion what we need. We need to have support. We have to need education, a proper education for everyone. We need to have a good, healthy standards for everyone. People with disabilities, they need more of this. They need the facilities at schools to be more friendly to them. They need to have the courts. They can go to courts easily. They need their parking spots. They need to have a lot of things what we say in America now, it's a fundamental or it's basic things. Of course, we have shortage in these things in Saudi Arabia, but we are trying to reach this point one by one. And I think eventually at the end, we will get it all. But we have to work, we have to increase the awareness, we have to encourage everyone to be supportive.
How about girls and young women with disabilities? Do they have opportunities to engage in sport?
Actually, now, not yet. But we are trying to. We are trying to by encouraging the parents, by trying to have our own programs, which is designed for people with disability, for young men and young women, for boys and girls. Actually, we need a lot of this, more, we need more, for both. But, as in a little conservative country, the standards there are a little bit, it needs to be changed. It's from the community way. If the community are accepting this change, it can be done at the end.
So, final question for you. What do you hope to learn in the U.S. while you're here? What's the most important thing for you?
Actually, I have learned a lot of lessons at the past few days. I learned about the rights of disabled person and the act. It was a strong and long fight. And actually that inspires all of us. Actually, we are saying how the facilities are here. It's something amazing to all of us. We are saying we are using the buses with the ramps. We are saying how the streets are occupied for everyone. We can roam in with our wheelchairs. It's not only about people on wheelchairs. Also, we can see there is some facilities for people with blind problems. We can see some people with hearing problems. All of this, it's amazing, and we hope that one day when we go back to our homes that we can let everyone know that they can do something by participating. It's gonna be came by part or piece by piece. It's gonna came, but we have to be patient because it will be a long journey.
Mm-hmm. That's a really good point to take away. Yeah. Absolutely. Thank you, Ahmad, so much for sharing your experiences. I wish you the best as you continue along in this program for the next 3 weeks.
Thank you very much.
Well, thank you so much, everyone, for listening to this episode of